guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name's Cassidy. I make psychic and spiritual content, so if that's your kind of thing, please do stick around, join our lovely community by hitting the subscribe button down below. If you enjoy this video, please do hit a like. Please do share for anyone who you may feel there's a message in here that they may resonate with, or who may enjoy the video. And if you would like your own personal and private reading with me, I do offer those, and I will leave the link somewhere in the description or comments below, or probably both. Now, as you can tell by the title, this reading is for Kate Cassidy. Now, for those of you, if you've clicked on this, I'm assuming you know who Kate Cassidy is, but if you've just come across it and you're wondering, she is the she's the partner of Liam Payne, and Liam Payne was a member of One Direction who sadly passed away. I believe it was last year, 2024. Now, I am not a One Directioner. I never was. Loved myself a little bit of Zayn Malik in my time. But apart from that, they weren't for me. But obviously I'm from the UK, so they were extremely big here. I mean, they were big everywhere. And what I have seen, regardless of whether I'm, was a fan of One Direction or not, what I have seen over the internet is a lot of hate towards Kate. A lot of people blaming her for Liam's passing, or the state of how he was, or, and if I've got that wrong, I'm sure that some One Directioners will stumble across this and correct me. But what I wanted to do, what people are saying really is that she didn't really love him and XYZ. So what I really wanted to do was to tap into that, because what people are doing, which I don't love, regardless of whatever I pick up on here, I've already started to pick up on some things. What I don't like about it is people are judging the way she's grieving. And unless you've lost someone, you cannot judge how people grieve. I want to just start this, regardless of what this reading says now, regardless of whether she was in it for the right reasons or not, you cannot judge how someone grieves. That is so oh my goodness. Because to lose someone to death, especially so suddenly like that, it can bring up all sorts of behaviours, and we all cope with things very, very differently. And I think just to judge someone's grieving journey is just wild. But let's get in, let's see what I get, and let's see. Okay, so I've already got the energy. Those of you who've been around here long enough, I'm an energy reader. I don't actually need cards, but I like to have the cards because it gives you something to watch, and it gives me something to confirm what I'm getting as well. Okay. So I always start with energy. And the energy I pick up really is so mixed with her. I'll be very, very honest. It's very hard to gauge with her what's real and what's not. Now, I feel like this stems from her upbringing and where she comes from, because I think she is American, and I feel like she was brought up in a very, Spirit's saying Hollywood, but it's like an environment where people aren't really their real selves, and everything's for show. There's a lack of alignment or authenticity with her. I can't gauge what is real and what's not real. It's like there's a persona, and there is a front, and there is a false way of conveying oneself, or way of being, right? And it's just, Spirit's just saying mixed signals, mixed feelings, mixed signals, mixed feelings. And I feel like when it comes to their relationship and how it was, I feel like that's exactly how it was. It was very up and down. It was very turbulent. Now, when I shuffled these cards before I turned on the camera, because I like to get the person's energy into the cards before I turn on the camera, the first card that flipped over was the High Priestess. And I went, oh, because the High Priestess represents secrets, things that you're not sharing. And as I tap in with her, my heart chakra feels so icky. There's a lot of guilt here about things that were said, about things that weren't said. And Spirit's talking about an argument that took place. And I feel like when Liam Payne passed, these two were not on good terms. They were not on good terms at all. And there's a lot of guilt and a lot of sadness around it for her. But what she's not allowing to happen she's not allowing herself to kind of feel. It's almost like she's got a very avoidant personality. Like she doesn't lean into her emotions, she runs from them. Okay, let's pull some cards. Okay, she doesn't lean into her emotions, she very much runs from them. There's a lot of disengagement, like disconnection, and what's the word? It's like delusion, really. Okay, Kate Cassidy. There's a lot of delusion about the reality of the situation. It's almost like she's told herself things were different, and now she believes that things were that way, but that's not how they were, right? It's almost like she's really told herself that they wasn't that bad. We were a amazing couple, we had no problems, and now she's running with that story, but it's conflicted. 5 of Wands, first card to come over. No, that doesn't add up to what you're sharing, Kate. Okay. There's also a disconnect. Sorry, so many cards. Okay, because there's spirit trying to come through here. I'm not going to do a mediumship reading right now on this. I'm just going to read her energy. Okay, spirit, show me her energy. Yeah. Okay, I hate to say this because, you know, it's not what we want to be picking up on, but there is a feeling here of a come up. There's a feeling here of, and I'm not talking about now, but definitely when they were together, it was about status for her. She liked him, like, yeah, sure. I wouldn't say she was madly in love with him. Yeah, he loved her though. He liked her a lot. He was a very vulnerable soul, Liam Payne. That's what I feel like. And she was definitely the stronger one of the two. I feel like she definitely wore the trousers. I feel like she was older in age. I don't know. I feel like she was. And I feel like his energy feels very lost, right? And it's almost like he needed someone to steer him in the right direction, to say, come on, we're going this way. It's like a lost boy. You know, when it comes to One Direction, they rose to fame so young. They really lost their childhoods, really. You know, like, I'm not talking like their younger years, because obviously they were in their teenagers. But when I think about what I was doing as a teenager, they didn't get to do any of that. Like, they lost all of that. And so it feels like his age was almost stunted at when he entered the band. And so it's almost like, I don't know how to live without being in the band, and I don't know. And obviously there's also a feeling like I failed because my solo career didn't do what I thought it would do. Like, I don't have a purpose, and so I'm easily led. And it's like she took his hand and gone, okay, we're going to do this then. Very dominant energy from her. Very, very dominant, whereas he feels very vulnerable in this. Okay. Yeah. There's a disconnect, because as I just said that, he was moved away from his family. I don't feel like she ever even met his family. Okay. Show me Kate Cassidy, please. Show me Kate Cassidy. Show me Kate Cassidy. I also feel like, so many cards. Okay. It's just, there's a lot that's wanting to come up here. Spirit's talking about Liam Payne's funeral, and I feel like she was excluded from everything. She wasn't invited to the family home. She wasn't invited to the wake. She wasn't invited to anything. Kate Cassidy. There's also a thing about, yeah. God, okay. There's a thing about enabling here. There is drug use that I'm picking up on. I feel like this was his, not hers. And I feel like she enabled it. I feel like she enabled whatever issues he had going on. It was toxic. It was a toxic relationship, this. Very toxic, especially towards the end. Especially towards the end. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, final card for Kate. Show me Kate. Okay. Yeah, okay. There was... I don't want to say... Okay, I did just say she didn't love him. I can't say it's love because it doesn't feel healthy. Maybe they thought they were in love. I'm picking up on so much codependency and so much toxicity. I've just done a Healing Diaries reading on toxic relationships. This is giving toxic, right? So first card that came over, Five of Wands. This is a conflict card. This is a card of disagreement. This is a card of fiery energy. They argued a lot, but that was the norm for them. Attached to the Five of Wands is the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is a card of... Nine of Cups is completely opposite to the Five of Wands. The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes fulfilled, contentment, all your dreams coming true. Oh my goodness. This is the toxicity of it all, because it was either really bad or really great, and it swung constantly between the two. I actually feel really sick in this energy. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel really not great. In my Healing Diaries, I spoke about this. When you're in a toxic relationship, it will make you feel ill. And that's how I feel. I feel anxious. I feel on edge. I feel like just not good. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There was a want to use the relationship as a come up. I do pick up on that. Knight of Wands, sorry. Wands are all about dreams, desires, passions. They are the suit of career. And Knight of Wands is about pursuing and going forward on a new career path. Now, it's tied to the Empress. This is a female's career path. The Empress is about rebirth. Let me go out there and re-establish myself, create a new identity for myself, do all of this for me. Except she didn't quite get there because it got cut short. Two of Cups and Page of Pentacles. Again, this is... For every love card here we have like a money card coming up. Two of Cups represents a situation where we're equal, right? And Cups is all about love. It's all about romance. It's all about relationships, right? There is a feeling here, especially with this being linked to the Page of Pentacles, that they both knew what it was. There's a real loneliness that comes through with Liam Payne's energy. And I feel like, sadly, because of his self-worth and his self-esteem, it's like he knew why she was with him. Because for this card to come up, I don't feel like it was like we're madly in love and oh my goodness. I feel like it's more we both know what this is for, what this is about. And I'm not saying that there was no love there, but it wasn't like this mad, like deep love that she maybe wants to portray it to be. Like there was an underlying motive for her, you know? And this being the Page of Pentacles, Pages are about new beginnings. Again, Pentacles are about money. Okay, final card. Now I picked up on this in connection to his family. Six of Swords represents leaving things behind, moving forward, seeing it as a positive fresh start, a new start. The Lovers obviously is a love commitment, right? So this, I feel like especially for him, was like escapism. It was escapism. It was like, okay, in this relationship, we can be whoever we want to be. Like it was just, he was just very lost. And so is she, to be fair. I'm going to be very honest. Like she's also lost because I feel like she has no purpose of her own. Like she has no real, like, there's an emptiness with her. This is just two lost souls that were just running into the void, right? And it wasn't a real connection because you can't really connect with someone unless you're really connected with yourself. But there was going to be a ring on the finger. I don't know if he did propose to her. He was going to. The Lovers card confirms that. he would have proposed. Not because it was, just because it was what they'd created. Not because it was like some massive love story, because I just don't want to give it that, because it just doesn't feel like that. But because it was what they had, it was familiar, it was comfort. There's just a real emptiness. But what's going to be even more surprising, and I just want to pick up on this. Spirit, show me Kate's love life, please. Kate Cassidy. Spirit, show me. There's another man. Again, he's famous not on the same regard, but show me Kate's love life. Yeah. The thing is, sadly for her, there is no comeback from this. Like, okay. The thing is, because she has no, it's a sad state of affairs, really, because she has no purpose of her own, really. And because of that, people don't warm to her. It's like, and I think that's the disconnect and the issue, like she's spending her whole time just talking about Liam. And I get it, we shouldn't judge people's grieving journey, like I said, but equally there's a want for people to like not use him, and for her to like do her own thing, like get talent, get a hobby, like something, like, okay, talk about it from time to time, but every single video, every single thing, like it's giving extra, dramatic, trying too hard. She is struggling financially. People aren't buying it. People can see right through it. And she feels like she's running out of time. Because it's like, whatever she wanted to do with her career, which I feel like was to be famous, because I feel like she comes from that background, she feels like she's running out of time to make it happen. There is another, do you know what, sadly, there's no healing here, really. And she's just going to go and repeat what she tried to do before, which is get into a relationship. Yeah, there we go. Spirit, show me Kate's future in love. She's going to get into a relationship with another famous man. There we go, and there we have it. There we have it. She's going to turn party animal, sex, drugs and alcohol, surface pleasures. That's her, very surface level. Like I said, there's no depth. Like there's hello, anybody home? Like, no, there's no one there. Like, and she's just going to go and do the same thing with another man. I feel like by February, March, maybe, yeah. Okay, they're saying 2027. So it may not emerge next year, maybe the year after, but she's going to be with someone else. And that's going to cause a whole other thing. And sadly, Spirit's saying she just isn't giving off a likable energy because she's not being herself. It's all a front, it's all fake, it's all pretend. And that's not to say she didn't care for Liam or that they didn't have a bond. It was a trauma bond. And that she's not grieving or missing him or anything like that. Because you can be trauma bonded to someone. You can have a toxic relationship with someone and still miss them. That's the thing, right? When someone's a presence in your life, regardless of how they show up, once they're removed, you can still miss them. And I'm not taking that away from her. But what I will say is there's a lot of pretense. And there's a lot of victim mentality. And there's a lot of, like, not over exaggeration, I don't want to say that. Just a lot of, like, being a bit dramatic. Did that come up? Yeah, dramatic. Dramatising how she actually feels rather than just being honest about it. So, yeah. Does that mean we can judge her? I don't believe so. I don't believe that's right. But do I feel that she's being authentically truthful in the energy and in the cards? No, I don't. So, thank you so much for being with me today, lovelies. If you are new here and you've got this far, stick around, join us, subscribe down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, share it with someone who may enjoy it too. Comment down below what you picked up on, or, you know, what you believe this situation is all about. And if you would like your own personal and private reading with me, I would love to help you on your journey. I will leave the link for readings with me in the description or in the comments below. Thank you so much for being with me today, lovelies, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye.